In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an MEV smart contract that you can use to make swaps using a smart contract so that you can improve your front running, your arbitrage, your sandwich MEV bots. Let me start by saying that this is only for Go Early. You must use it on Go Early. Don't use it on mainnet until you're familiar with it. Just be clear. I want to be clear on that. So these are the steps. First, I'm going to show you how to create an MEV swap smart contract step by step. This is a very simple smart contract for swapping tokens on Uniswap. Only for swapping, that's all it does. How to use it on Remix and Go Early for MEV and potential improvements that you can make to increase the profit, reduce gas costs, and so on. So let me go ahead and show you the steps. Let me copy the code because I don't want to write it. So first, create a new file called tutorial or however you want to call it. We've defined the license, the Solidity version, and then we set up the interfaces. We need ERC20. This is the token interface just for the transfer function because we are going to use the transfer function. Then the MEV interface for depositing tokens. We need to deposit ETH to convert it into MEV because that's the one that's going to be used for swapping. And the pair contract, we are going to interact directly with the pair contract, not the router, not the factory, however it's called, with the pair contract using the swap function. That's the one, the low level swap function. Then let's go ahead and create the contract. It's a very simple contract. Just follow along. Create the contract MEV swap. We set up an address that's going to be public, and that's the owner, and a modifier only owner. This is a very typical stuff. Then we create the constructor, and the constructor, what it does is it deposits. It's a payable constructor, as you can see. And what it does, it's receiving Ether, and the Ether is converted to wrapped Ether. That's why you need to specify the address of the wrapped Ether, contract. That's all it does. It converts Ether to wrapped Ether and keeps that inside the smart contract. Then we need some recovery functions because when you make swaps, you want to extract your tokens or do additional swaps. The first is called recover tokens, and you simply pass the token that you want to extract. It checks the balance and it sends that balance to you, to the owner in this case. And the recover ETH is the same thing, but for recovering Ethereum using the address this balance. It sends all the Ethereum that's inside this contract. That's not converted to wrapped Ethereum, just regular Ethereum. And the most important function, which is the swap function. Every pair contract on Uniswap has a low level. It's a contract and it has a low level swap function, that one that actually makes the conversion between tokens. The way this function works, you can see it here. We call the pair contract and we do swap. What it does is it tells how many of the token 0 you get and the token 1 you get, because when you create a pair, there is one that is set in the 0 position and one in the 1 position. You specify how many of those you want to get in this swap, both of them. You will get 0 from another. You're gonna specify how many tokens you get from each of those tokens. You're gonna get 0 from one because you're sending those, and you're gonna get a specific amount of the other token. And it goes to this contract address. That's why it is specified here. Tokens are sent to this contract. You can change it to MEV sender or whatever. And the bytes, this is the last parameter with a data parameter that we are not gonna use. But what it does is it simply makes a transfer. It sends the tokens to the pair contract, and then it executes the swap function from the pair contract with the right amounts that you want to receive for your tokens. And the parameters are the token. In this case, that's going to be wrapped Ether, because we're going to send wrapped Ether to the pair contract. Once it is inside the pair contract, we make the swap. And the transfer amount is going to be how many wrapped Ether you send to the pair contract, the pair address contract. The reserve 0 out and reserve 1 out. I know it may be confusing, but let me show you how it works. So you go to Remix and you write the code manually. I want you to write the code, not paste it. You want to write it by hand and understand what is going on. There's an error here, balance of, yeah, that's because we need the balance of function. We're gonna use that. And all it does is this, it returns IO int 256. You know, we need to update the interface with that. Let me copy this again to my code. So yeah, the way, let's go ahead. This is the first step. This is how you create it. And now let's go ahead and use it on Remix and Goerli. So I'm gonna go to here, to Remix. I'm gonna deploy a new token. I have a contract here. It's a regular token. It's called Inu AI. It's just an ERC token. It doesn't have anything special. And I'm gonna deploy that to Goerli, to the testnet. Selecting the contract, deploy that. Like I said, you want to test everything here on Goerli, on the testnet. Don't try this on mainnet. This is just to show you how it works. Once you understand it, you can do whatever you want with it. So now I've deployed the contract, and I'm going to create a new pair on Uniswap. Why? Because I want to check how the pair function works, the swap function works. So let's go to V2 liquidity and add the liquidity for this new token. Let me add that much. All right, now I click on supply, and that will create a pool and deploy the smart contract, the pair smart contract. I click on view on Goerli Ether scan. Let's wait for this to confirm. All right, as you can see, the one Ether has been transferred to the pair contract, and the pair contract is this one. You see, this is the one. You see Uniswap V2, Uni V2. You can click on contract and you will see that it's a pair contract. There are tokens here. So now go to read contract on the pair contract and click on get reserves. This will be important in a moment, but as you can see, reserve 0 is this much. If you remember, we sent 1 Ether for the reserve of, for the Ether amount, and we sent 100 tokens of the token that we created for the pool. This means that the reserve 0 is Ethereum, the wrapped Ethereum token, and reserve 1 is the token that we've created. This is going to be important later on, because as you can see, we need to specify the reserve 0 out and reserve 1 out. So copy the contract pair address, write it down here, and write down the wrapped ETH address. You can search it here. It says wrapped ETH, but for testing purposes for Goerli, it's a bit more different, because you need to find the exact address used by Uniswap. So this is the one. You can pause the video and copy that if you want. So we need those two. Now let's deploy the token, the swap contract that we just created. We select the MEV swap, and we need to send some Ether that will be converted to wrapped Ether, like I said a moment ago. So we need to pass the wrapped Ether contract, which is going to be used to deposit that Ether that we are sending. In this case, I'm sending 500 FINE, which is 0.5 Ether, and it's converted that to wrapped Ether right here. This is important because when you make swaps, Uniswap works with wrapped Ether. It doesn't work with regular Ether. Uniswap V2 doesn't work with regular Ether. It requires you to have wrapped Ether. Let's wait for this to confirm. All right, you can see the contract. It's right here. Let me copy that just in case. And we simply execute the swap function to see how it works. You can do that in with Hardhat or any other library, but in this case I'm going to use Remix. So first we need to specify the token. In this case, it's going to be the wrapped Ether address. The transfer amount is going to be 500 Ether because we sent 0.5 Ether, right? 0.5 FINE. 500 FINE is 0.5 Ether. So let's go ahead and click on. You can go to unit converter right here, unit converter. Yeah, you can specify the, you can convert between units. In this case, we want to convert 0.5 Ether into WEI, which is the amount that is going to be used by the contract. So once you have that, you click that, you set up the transfer amount, which is 0.5 Ether in way. It needs to be converted in way. And then we pass the pair address, the one that we created here. Then the reserve 0 and reserve 1 out. This is where you can get a bit confused, so pay attention here. The reserve 0, as we have seen before, is the wrapped Ether. In this case, we are adding tokens to the reserve 0. We are adding half an Ether to this. So this one will be increased, which means here, reserve 0 out is going to be 0. We are not taking any tokens, we are adding tokens, wrapped Ether. And the reserve 1 out is going to be how many tokens we get after giving that many wrapped Ether. So you can calculate that by going to the router. Uniswap v2 router, this is the contract. You can find it on Google by just typing the Uniswap v router address or whatever. And you go to the get amount out function. You specify how many tokens you are adding. This is just to calculate how many tokens you are getting out after you add half an Ether. So you specify how many tokens you're adding. In this case, I'm adding half an Ether. The reserve in, this is gonna be the reserve of the tokens you are adding in. In this case, that's gonna be 1 Ether. This is 1 Ether in way. And the reserve out is how many tokens, what are the reserves of the token out, of the token that we've created, of the token we are gonna be receiving. We click on that, and this tells me that for half an Ether, I get this many tokens. You can convert that, and you will see that it's about 33 tokens, the token that I've just created. So you click on here and specify the reserve amount out, and this tells me that I'm gonna receive 33 tokens after adding half an Ether. That's all it does. And because we've converted Ethereum to wrapped Ether, those wrapped Ether are inside this contract, so that this contract, when we execute it, is gonna make a transfer to the pair contract. It's gonna send the wrapped Ether to the pair contract. So now I click on here. It seems to be an error. The reason why there is an error is because I copied the wrong address. It's this one. The pair address is this one. So now I click on here, and this is the right pair address, the one that we've created right now. So I click on transact, and it's working. There are no errors so far. Let's wait for the confirmation. You can click on here and wait for that, or here, swap. You can see the function swap was executed. This is token in, amount in, everything that I've done right now. And we sent 0.5 Ether, and we got 33 tokens. This is how you make swaps in a one transaction for very gas efficient swaps for MEV. The reason why we're creating this token, this contract in the first place, is because we want to optimize for amount of transactions we send and the gas costs. When you do this low-level swap by using the swap function from the pair, you are bypassing all the other steps that the router takes to calculate all the reserves or all, the amounts that you should be getting. By making swaps directly to the pair contract, you're making much more efficient swaps, consuming much less gas, and you can make profitable MEV transactions that are going to be accepted by the block builders. That's the whole point of this. So I hope this has been helpful, and in short, the idea is, you set up the interfaces, the constructor with the owner, the recovery tokens, and the swap function. Now the contract has received the 33 tokens, so you need to use recover tokens to extract those, or you can make another swap. If you are sandwiching tokens in MEV, you want to keep those tokens inside this contract and convert those tokens back to wrapped Ether for a profit, right, after sandwiching a transaction. This is how it works. So I hope this has been helpful, and let me know if you got any questions in the comments, and see you soon.